Have you ever noticed how certain people seem to transcend the passage of time? Even after their 40s, 50s, or even 60s, they maintain a unique charm, a vibrant, almost youthful appearance that surprises those who meet them. It's as if the clock moves differently for them. These people are called the enlightened ones. And when we talk about the enlightened, we're not referring to something supernatural or unattainable. We're talking about individuals who, consciously or not, live with balance, vitality, and a deep connection with themselves. It's fascinating because when you meet someone like this, you realize it's not just their skin or their expression, but an aura, an energy, a presence that exudes youthfulness. It's as if they've discovered a secret to preserving vitality, even as they age. In this video, we'll explore 9 reasons why the enlightened seem younger after 40. You'll see that it's not about magic potions or expensive procedures, but about practices, choices, and, above all, a way of life that harmonizes mind, body, and soul. Stay until the end, as each point will broaden your perspective on how to live, and who knows, awaken that same renewing energy in you. Let's start with the first reason, perhaps the most intriguing of all, the enigma of a youthful appearance that astonishes everyone. If you enjoy this type of content and want more videos like this, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Also, take a moment to leave a positive phrase about yourself in the comments. Something simple like, "I overflow with vitality and energy." These small affirmations aren't just words. They have power. By writing them and saying them out loud, you begin to transform your energy. The enlightened have a mystery that always draws attention. They seem younger than they actually are. Those who meet them feel it immediately. When you observe them, the surprise hits. Wow, you're that age? You look so much younger. This doesn't happen by chance. The enlightened have a unique way of presenting themselves to the world. It's not just about aesthetics, but about energy and presence. When an enlightened person enters a room, the first impression is striking. They look you in the eye, smile authentically, and listen with genuine attention. This attitude sparks interest and conveys vitality, something that goes beyond the physical. Another aspect is their posture and movement. The enlightened carry their bodies with ease, walking with firmness, but without rigidity. It's not about having a flawless body, but about living in harmony with it. This synchrony is reflected in how they move, breathe, and even in the simple act of sitting. Observers notice there's something that doesn't age. And the eyes of the enlightened, perhaps they're the most striking feature. They have a unique sparkle, a curious and present gaze. The eyes mirror the soul, and the soul of an enlightened person is always in motion, learning, discovering, questioning. This relentless curiosity makes their eyes convey youthfulness. Even as the years go by, their skin also reflects this natural care. Not because the enlightened are obsessed with beauty, but because their lifestyle preserves their body. They rest when needed, eat in balance, avoid excesses, and above all, live in peace with their choices. This serenity is reflected in their face, as if every feature is softened by an inner energy. Another secret is that the enlightened know how to manage stress. They don't let life consume them with haste or anxiety. Instead, they find ways to rebalance, whether through prayer, meditation, contact with nature, or moments of silence. This habit keeps their body free from overload and gives their face a lighter expression, less marked by time. Additionally, the enlightened have a healthy sense of humor. They don't take everything too seriously. They can laugh at their own imperfections and turn difficult situations into lessons. This lightness creates softer facial features that time cannot erase. And we can't forget their personal presentation. The enlightened don't live for appearances, but they take care of themselves. They choose clothes that express their essence, maintain a style that reflects who they are, and groom themselves not to impress, but to feel good about themselves. This authenticity conveys vitality. At its core, the secret to the enlightened's youthfulness is a reflection of how they connect with life. It's not a trick or an instant miracle. It's the result of conscious choices, light attitudes, and an energy that doesn't get weighed down by age. That's why when someone meets an enlightened person, the first reaction is astonishment. The age on their ID never seems to match what you see. If there's one thing that truly sets the enlightened apart, it's the inner energy they carry. This energy can't be bought, doesn't come in bottles, and doesn't rely on magic formulas. It's built in silence, in balance, in how they connect with the world and the spiritual. This energy is reflected in their face, their eyes, even in how they speak. Those who spend time with an enlightened person notice it right away. It's not just healthier skin or a more energetic body. It's a youthfulness that radiates from within, a glow that never fades. Their eyes are the first reflection of this energy. While many carry a tired gaze, the enlightened display vitality, curiosity, and life. It's as if their eyes reveal a flame that never goes out. This flame is the soul in tune. It's the spiritual connection manifesting in the most visible part of the body, the gaze. Another point is their radiant skin. But don't be fooled. This glow doesn't come solely from creams or aesthetic treatments. It's the result of a balanced body and a calm mind. When the heart is serene and thoughts are elevated, the skin responds as a mirror of this harmony. That's why the enlightened seem to have discovered a secret to eternal beauty, when, in reality, the secret lies in the spirit. The enlightened also live with a light energy. They avoid carrying grudges, resentments, or heavy feelings. This emotional care creates a softness that manifests physically. Notice the face of someone who holds on to resentment seems more rigid, more closed off. But the face of an enlightened person, free from these burdens, conveys serenity. This softness is mistaken for youth, but it's actually a reflection of inner liberation. There's something even more special. The enlightened are always connected to something greater. Whether through faith, prayer, meditation, or inner practices, this spiritual connection nourishes their body with vital energy. It's as if the universe constantly recharges their batteries, and this vigor is reflected in their physical appearance. While many live exhausted, the enlightened seem to have an inexhaustible source of vitality. When an enlightened person enters a space, it's not just their appearance that draws attention. It's their presence. There's a sense that they're in harmony with themselves and the world. People don't fully understand what it is, but they feel something different, almost magnetic. This rare energy is what makes the enlightened seem younger. The body may age, but the essence, when vibrant, never loses its vitality. One of the biggest reasons the enlightened seem younger is their spiritual alignment. This alignment isn't visible to the naked eye, but it's felt. It's as if their body, mind, and soul move in sync. While many live with inner conflicts, trapped in negative thoughts or uncontrolled emotions, the enlightened maintain a center. They know the spirit is the foundation of everything. When the spirit is at peace, the body and mind reflect that tranquility. This alignment results in emotional balance. The enlightened aren't perfect. They face challenges like anyone else, but they've learned not to be dominated by them. Instead of reacting with anger or despair, they seek higher answers, breathe deeply, and trust in the flow of life. This spiritual calm becomes visible. Their face relaxes, their gaze softens, their breathing becomes lighter. Without realizing it, this attitude makes them seem younger. Another point is mental clarity. With an aligned spirit, thoughts flow more orderly. The enlightened don't live in the mental chaos that wears people down. They can prioritize what uplifts and ignore what drains energy. This clarity reduces stress and protects the body from one of the greatest enemies of aging, emotional overload. But the most fascinating thing is that this alignment generates a vital force that those around them feel. It's as if the enlightened carry their own light. Whether in silence, prayer, meditation, or simply walking, there's a calm and powerful energy that captivates. This force is what gives the impression of eternal youth, as it renews daily. The enlightened don't need to flaunt their spirituality. It's silent but evident, expressed in the kindness of their actions, their patience in difficult moments, their gratitude for the little things. This spiritual lifestyle preserves their vitality. Balance frees them from the weight of age. For them, years are just a reference, never a limitation. Their aligned spirit keeps them in constant renewal, as if each day is a chance to start anew. This conveys freshness, glow, and hope, a spiritual youth that spills over into the physical, confusing those who try to measure age by external markers alone. Another secret of the enlightened is their harmonious lifestyle. Harmony here isn't just about eating well or exercising, but living in balance with body, mind, and spirit integrated. They see their body as a sanctuary. They care for their diet consciously, choosing natural foods, avoiding excesses, and even when they indulge, they do so in moderation. This daily care translates into more energy, less emotional and physical weight, and a vitality visible in their skin and movements. But it goes beyond that. A harmonious lifestyle includes rest. While many glorify hustle, the enlightened respect their rhythm. They sleep as needed, take breaks, and seek moments of silence. This respect for the body prevents accelerated wear, as an exhausted body ages faster. The enlightened also cultivate self-care habits, like morning stretches, brief meditation, listening to soul-lifting music, or writing to organize thoughts. These rituals create a light routine, preventing the buildup of tension. As a result, the body responds with balance, and their appearance remains younger. Harmony is also reflected in time management. They don't waste energy on what doesn't add value. They know how to say no when needed, organize their day to include moments that nourish the soul, bringing peace that impacts the physical. Physical activity for the enlightened isn't an obligation, but a celebration of the body. It could be a walk in nature, yoga, dance, or any movement that brings joy. They move to feel life flow, keeping muscles active, posture upright, and circulation healthy, contributing to a youthful appearance. A harmonious lifestyle is a conscious choice to live without extremes. The enlightened understand that body, mind, and spirit are interconnected, and when one is out of balance, the others suffer. They prioritize overall well-being, and this quiet but powerful care results in the freshness and vitality everyone admires. A positive mind is another pillar of the enlightened's youthfulness. It's not just in their skin, body, or smile. It starts in their heart and mind. The enlightened know life brings challenges, but instead of dwelling on complaints or worries, they cultivate an optimistic outlook. This doesn't mean ignoring reality, but finding hope even in difficulties. This mindset reduces emotional weight, wards off anxiety, and preserves the body's vitality. Negative thoughts make shoulders heavy, faces tired, and breathing short, accelerating aging. But a mind filled with faith, confidence, and gratitude makes the body relax, open up, and glow. The enlightened use a positive mind as a tool for renewal. They know the power of words and affirmations. When they look in the mirror, they see someone growing, worthy, and capable. This self-image is reflected in the physical, as the body responds to what the mind believes. Their positivity also shines in their interactions. They choose words that inspire, avoid gossip and empty arguments, creating a light environment that reinforces their youthfulness. Resilience is another striking trait. The enlightened face setbacks but rise with strength, learning from difficulties. This ability strengthens their spirit and gives their body an impressive vitality. A positive mind is a daily choice, and repeating it over the years keeps youth alive. A heart full of hope never truly ages. Another secret is how the enlightened deal with negativity. They know that the energy of environments, people, and even their own thoughts can impact body and soul. So they learn to protect themselves. With sharp perception, they sense heaviness in toxic places or around negative people. Instead of absorbing it, they step away, not out of arrogance, but for self-preservation. Many age quickly by living in toxic environments, abusive relationships, or consuming negative news. This results in tense faces, hunched shoulders, and dim gazes. The enlightened, however, make conscious choices. They say no to pointless conversations, to people who only complain, to content that fuels fear or futility. This selection preserves their high vibration and consequently their youth. They don't live in isolation, but they create filters, knowing how far to go and how long to stay in certain environments. This protection is reflected in their appearance. Those who live in conflict carry worry lines. Those who seek peace maintain a light expression. The enlightened also practice energetic hygiene, cleansing what they absorb through prayer, meditation, nature, or silence. This practice prevents external energies from accumulating, allowing them to radiate vitality. The youth of the enlightened isn't about avoiding years, but avoiding what weighs down the soul. Finally, connection with nature and creativity is a powerful source of youth. The enlightened know modern life drains energy, but they find time to reconnect with the essential: a walk in the forest, the sound of the wind, the sunrise. These experiences renew vital energy, visible in their posture, gaze, and skin. They also cultivate creativity: painting, writing, playing an instrument, dancing. These activities are outlets for the soul, releasing emotions and stimulating the mind. Creativity maintains a freshness that defies age, balancing emotions and reducing stress. Being in nature or engaging in creative activities requires full presence, reducing worries that accelerate aging. Done with joy, these practices generate positive energy that reflects in their appearance, posture, and smile. These daily rituals keep the enlightened in harmony with their essence, ensuring a natural, effortless youth. After exploring these reasons, it's clear why the enlightened defy time. It's not luck, genetics, or a miracle, but a set of habits, attitudes, and conscious choices that promote balance. True youth comes from within, from an energy that lights up the gaze, softens the face, and conveys vitality. This energy stems from spiritual alignment, a harmonious lifestyle, a positive mind, protection from negativity, and connection with nature and creativity. The enlightened show that youth isn't about avoiding years, but living with presence, joy, and purpose. To follow in their footsteps, start with the simple. Care for your mind, protect your energy, align with yourself, seek what nourishes your soul. The glow, freshness, and vitality will come naturally. The fountain of youth is within you. The enlightened just show you how to access it every day.